Good Friday morning, folks. Or afternoon, actually. I got a late start on this. I know everybody has seen the video of Tim Coop in the last, you know, 24 hours, probably already run it in the ground. But I've just got a quick question. I mean, in my opinion, Tim Coop looks very upset, possibly even mad. So upset or mad that basically speechless. And yes, I do understand the legal aspect. He's only allowed to say certain things. But look at his demeanor, guys. Take a look at this.
We have been advised to and will be paying the reward fund money to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter. Upon advice of counsel, that is all I can say at this time.
What court is that?
This is the statement that I'm making. At this time, it will be turned over to the court and ask them to determine the proper resolution of the matter.
What's the amount of the money at this point?
At this point, I don't have the most accurate, up-to-date account. The money is still in the account this time, and that's all I have. Thank you.
But I'm just confused here, Tim. What court are we talking about? Is there a legal matter here?
At this point, that's all I can say.
Okay, guys, did you catch the slamming of the door? I'm just wondering, first of all, in my opinion, I would have thought that when the reward fund was set up, lawyers were already involved. The lawyers for the Churchill Rescue Squad would had to have been involved because they were the ones in charge of it. Someone legal at the bank would have had to have been in charge because they were the one actually holding the money. And with all this legal advice and legal, standing going on, I personally can't imagine that they would have set it up in such a way that when it came time to release the money to where it was supposed to be going, which from the beginning, from my understanding, it was supposed to be going to the Children's Advocacy Center from the get-go. So why now, when it's time, do they need to give it to the court and let the court decide where it's going to go? Maybe that's why Tim's upset. I don't know. Or maybe there's another reason that Tim is upset. Maybe it sort of has to do with the reward fund. Maybe it has to do with something else. Now, remember, folks, this is alleged. This is just my opinion. I have no way to back it up. This is my opinion and one of my viewers' opinions, okay? I'm going to be showing here in a few minutes, I'm going to be showing a conversation that took place between me and a viewer of mine. But right now, I'm going to read what Matt Gilbert said. Of course, we all know what he says, but we're going to go over it, and then I'm going to read to you what was said to me. It says, I've said it for years. Hawkins County is crooked as hell. Now you can see it for yourselves. The reward goes to the court, which means Hawkins County just got free money. And we all know that Hawkins County the money has been depleted. I mean, come on, they've had officers leaving the sheriff's department and going to work for McDonald's simply so they could get paid or get paid more money. Now, this is the statement that was sent to me this morning. It said, I just now called Bristol to find out if they identified the body they found in Industrial Road. The secretary of the Criminal Investigation Center told me that she thinks they've identified the body, but they haven't announced it yet. I think that is so odd. Could this be what Tim was so upset about? I mean, possibly. Maybe that's the reason for the slamming of the doors.
I can say.
Okay, guys. This is the rest of the conversation. That statement I read a minute ago was the first part. That's what started the conversation. It says, you think maybe this could tie into the fiasco with the reward fund? She said, that was exactly what I was thinking. I told her, I said, I think it is summer. I don't care what other people are saying. And I do. The remains, I believe, could possibly be Summers. I may be wrong. I probably am, so don't come after me. Anyway, she says, you do? I've thought the same thing, she says. She says, I've waited and waited for them to say something about it, but they never have. Maybe they will now. I think it's good that a judge decides. Whoever found her body, if it is her, should receive the reward. I said, well, I don't think anybody in Hawkins County should have any say in anything to do with the summer or the reward fund. You never know who is involved in the dirty deeds in that county. She said, right, they should have a judge from a different jurisdiction over it, or take a vote from the people who donated the big funds. I said, yes, I think only FBI should have say in this case, in my opinion. She said, I'm right there with you. I would love to know when the next grand jury is meeting. Do you think they will call in a new one? And my answer to her was, yes, there's going to be another grand jury meeting in August. They meet every 2 months, guys. First it was February, April, June, and then it'll be August. And as I said, guys, this is just allegedly. This is my opinion, my take on things. This is not to be held as factual. But in my opinion, Tim looked really upset and really mad, especially when he slammed that door. And I can't imagine that he would just be that upset over a technical, legal, technicality. And I understand, or I don't understand why they didn't handle the legal technicalities when they set the reward fund up. To me, that would have already all been done. Why does the courts have to step in now and decide where it's going? It was already decided, and they already had the paperwork in place. Does anybody else know what's going on? I mean, it may not have anything to do with the Bristol remains. But then again, if they have identified the remains and by chance it's possibly Summer, that would explain the whole, all of a sudden, they can't do anything with the reward money. They have to take it to court to decide, is it still going to go to the advocacy center or is it going to go to the person who located the remains? Don't forget, hug your kids, call your parents, and tell God thanks. Until next time, guys.